Alright, Dave at the Game Thing here, and with the official release of Warzone Mobile, we have got some fantastic news for certain people on Samsung devices, and that is that we have now got DeX compatibility for Warzone Mobile. So what I'm going to do here before I get into the gameplay is just explain a whole bunch of stuff. Now, for anybody out there who just simply can't be arsed listening to someone talking about nonsense about the setup for like DeX and stuff, then there's gonna be a chapter going straight to the gameplay, so go and check that out if you can't be bothered listening to some idiot talking about DeX mode and stuff like that. There probably might be a little timestamp on the screen and stuff right now. Anyways, for those of you interested in the boring, stupid information and stuff, let me get into this because there's actually a couple of weird things that you've got to bear in mind here if you want to use Warzone Mobile in DeX mode on a compatible Samsung device. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is just to show you the setup here. So let me go back to my desktop. So as we can see here, this is Samsung DeX mode, and I'm actually on an S24 Ultra here. In fact, let me see, where is it? About phone. There we go. So as we can see there, this is a Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. Now, if I just pop back here as well, if I go to the top up here, let's see, if we go into the Samsung DeX mode here, what's going to be interesting for some people is to see that I'm actually in 4K, so UHD 4K, and obviously 60 frames per second. Now, the way that I get into 4K is to use Good Lock. So for anybody who's interested in getting like their Samsung device into 4K within like DeX mode, there'll be a link in the video description below taking you to a video showing you how to get like 4K and stuff using Good Lock. So anyways, yeah, this here is just to show you that, yeah, I'm definitely, you know, on a Samsung device, which is the S24 Ultra, and I'm definitely in DeX mode here. Okay, so let me just flip back to Call of Duty here. So we just go full screen. Right, I'm going to show you a couple of things here, and then I will explain something which is a little bit potty and a bit mad, because unfortunately there are a couple of issues here. However, they can be got around, but let me just first of all show you the settings that I'm using here. So I'm going to go into graphics. As you can see, visual quality is on high. Now, I don't know how many Android devices yet are using peak mode. However, I've got like an iPad Pro M2 and an iPhone 15 Pro Max. They do peak modes on them. There will be videos with those as well if anyone's interested in seeing what the quality is like off them, because unfortunately iOS and iPad OS devices, or the high-end ones, are still better for the pure graphics quality compared to anything on Android. Okay, so that's high mode there. We can't get peak mode on the S24 Ultra. So performance is basically set for like favoring frame rate, and like, you know, the streaming assets thing is switched on and stuff. Now, I'm also at 60 frames per second. However, we do get the option to go uncapped here. But the problem with uncapped, at least on the S24 Ultra, is that on certain maps, the frame rate goes really strange. And so there's a lot of repeated frames and a bit of like, you know, stuttering and lagging and stuff. However, on the same map, if you go to 60 frames per second, it does a solid 60. So I don't know what's causing that. That might be something that needs to be ironed out with, like, you know, another update. I don't know. But nonetheless, uncapped can be problematic. So I go to 60 frames per second mode here. Now, the other thing as well, because I am going over on HDMI in 4K at 60 frames per second, I can only get 60 frames per second anyways. But nonetheless, I'm in DeX mode. It can't go above 60, so I'm choosing 60. And the main reason being is because some of the maps don't respond well with uncapped. And then my field of view here is 90 degrees for the field of view. I will also do an update video as well, doing some 120 degree field of view stuff as well. I prefer playing in 120 degrees field of view, but for this I'm just in straight 90 because I've literally only just put the software on my phone and stuff. But yeah, anybody who's interested in that, there'll be other videos on my channel anyway showing 120 degree field of view. However, I will do that again with the release version. I think that's about it here. Oh yeah, the other thing as well, I normally have my hood set up so like I don't have hardly anything on the hood, because obviously I don't play touch, so I don't need all like the junk and stuff on the hood. Unfortunately, the hood has been reset when I updated this version, so for this particular game that I'm going to show you here, there will be, you know, junk all over the hood. I've not managed to, like, you know, reset me hood to the way that I like it, which is like, you know, hardly anything on it. Now, just before I get into the game, here is the problem. As you can see right now, I can click all over the place with my mouse and stuff. Oh, by the way as well, anybody who's familiar with plugging any of their mobile devices out to a monitor, just look at the quality of this resolution and stuff here. Now, the pictures here, I know these are only pictures, these are not gameplay, but these pictures look amazing in DeX mode compared to straight mirrored mode. And also, if you have a look at like the overlaid text and stuff for the UI, we can see how sharp that all is. So the weird thing is, being in DeX mode definitely ups the resolution and like ups the quality in certain instances as well. It's brilliant. But anyway, what I'm doing here is just showing you that I'm just bouncing around here with a mouse. Okay, so this is what we couldn't do before, because whilst it was in beta, you couldn't get the mouse to work. So obviously this is the big difference now. The mouse does work with the full release. However, what you cannot do is to connect your controller. So at this point here, my controller is not connected. As soon as I connect my controller, the mouse stops working, or rather the mouse will move but it won't trigger anything on the screen. So this is the little problem that we have. So what we have to do is set up and everything with the mouse, and then after we click play to get into whatever kind of game mode that we want to get into, then what we have to do is switch on the controller or connect the controller. So just to be clear, I'm using a Samsung DeX station. Now that's got two USB sockets on it, so I've got a mouse plugged in. Normally I would have my keyboard plugged in, but I don't need a keyboard to access the game here, so just the mouse for now. So I've got a spare port on my DeX station. So what I'm going to do is, after I click play here, I then plug my PS5 controller hardwired into my DeX station. I could actually do this with Bluetooth, but you have to switch it off and on all the time with the Bluetooth in order to get it to work with the mouse being on as well. So it's just easier for me to use it on a hard wire, so just plugging it in and out with the USB cable. Anyways, actually on that point as well, I'm not entirely sure because I've not tested it, but that weird mode when you're in DeX, say with a phone or a tablet, where you can use the phone or a tablet as a trackpad, I'm not sure if that works. I've not tried it out, although I will try that at some point, and a couple of other little kind of niche things to do with DeX, and do more videos about them. Anyway, I think I've talked myself out now for this introduction, so I'm going to jump into a game. Let me see. Do you know what? Oh wait, there's a couple of new games have been added here. Oh, what's this one here? Right, okay, look, there's been two more options added here that I've not seen before, so this is going to be really cool. However, let me just pick something that I know I can play. Right, so yeah, a bit of Rebirth there. Okay, so let me just confirm Rebirth. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to click play here. Right now, as soon as I've clicked play, what I'm now going to do is to connect my controller. So here's my controller being connected, and what we should see on the screen now, there we go, controller connected. So right now with the controller connected, as we will see, watch me mouse. See, I'm clicking on stuff here and the mouse isn't responding. See, look, I'm all over the place there trying to click on things, no response whatsoever. And like I say, the reason why that is because my controller, there we go, is now connected. So connecting the controller seems to override the mouse. Now this might get fixed in the future, I don't know, but if it does, I'll most certainly do a video as soon as it's fixed, because it would be good if we didn't have to keep pulling the mouse in and out and stuff, or the controller in and out. And also when you get to the end of your game as well, what you've got to do there is is unplug or like unpair your controller, and then you've got control of your mouse back again to come back to the main menu and go for another game. The only problem is it's very difficult, or it's probably impossible to continue with the same team at the end of a particular game if you've not joined or followed through from one game to another, because you can't actually unplug the controller whilst it goes from one game to another, because it loses the controller on the next game. Anyways, I've blabbered on enough here, so what I'm going to do now is just speed through this and just get into the game.
Soldier, mark a drop point for your team. Enemy dropping into the AO. Survive to redeploy fallen teammates and earn points to return them faster. Enemy dropping into the AO. Dropping into the AO.
Let's go! We got work to do!
Dropping into the AO.
Planting Claymore! Don't shoot me! Don't shoot me!
Enemy dropping into the AO. Gas is closing in.
Don't worry, you'll make it.
Stay vigilant. Insurgents are close. Got gas inbound. Safe zone relocated. You're one of 25 remaining. Alright, soldier. Mark a drop point for your team. Objective is to eliminate the bounty target. Enemy dropping into the AO. Survive to redeploy fallen teammates and earn points to return them faster.
Need recon overhead!
Copy that. UAV online and orbiting the AO.
The bounty target is down. Well done. Enemy dropping into the AO.
Be advised, UAV is exiting the AO.
One of your allies is back in the game.
Friendly UAV online.
Enemy dropping into the AO. Enemy dropping into the AO. Gas is closing in. One of your allies is back in the game. One of your allies Stay vigilant. Resurgence window is about to close. Got gas inbound. Safe zone relocated.
Enemy UAV active.
Enemy down!
Enemy dropping into the AO. Gas is closing in. One of your allies is back in the game. One of your allies is back in the game. Resurgence is no longer available. Make your actions count. Enemy dropping into the AO. Gas is closing in.
Check fire! Check fire! Check fire! Need medical!
Frag out. Got gas inbound. Safe zone relocated.
Enemy UAV active.
10 remain. Keep it up. Only 5 left. You've got gas inbound. Safe zone relocated.
Check fire! Check fire!
Gas is closing in. That's a win.
Damn, that shit was close.